Hey guys, Muncheez here and welcome to another solo leveling Arise video, and in this video we're going to be going over some tips for Cerberus. So you're always going to be wanting to farm the highest level of Cerberus to get your artifacts. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the screen. So, right, which is the character in the middle. She is very, very useful. So if you didn't do like a reroll session to get her or anything like that, and you still don't have her, your alternative is, I believe her name is Anna Ruiz. She's the SR character with a bow. She is similar to So, as her kit has the break, and she does water elemental damage. These things are very, very important to Cerberus because I've found myself running really short on time while I'm fighting him. But for the most part, you want to have a water character that deals a lot of damage, and then you want to have characters that are able to break Cerberus. So for me on my account, my only two heavy break characters are So and Emma, and then I have Cha in here because she is a pretty good damage dealer even after the shield is broken or if it's up, and her ultimate does a lot of damage. So this is what I use currently to farm. I won't get up too much into like the team composition, but you definitely want break and you want a heavy damage dealer as well, because it helps to cycle your characters while you're doing this fight. So 3 characters have some form of break and heavy damage dealing. You can also run a support in the comp if you have decent break and damage on the characters that do the breaking. So when you get in, the fight is pretty scripted. When you first get in, he'll spawn and he'll always start with the same attack. Depending on what tier you are as well, will determine how many of these lines you get. So I'm doing tier 8 in this one, so he does 3. So you're going to dodge the first slam, and you're going to want to be careful because if you don't get far enough back, you're going to have to dodge these meatballs that come out, and you're going to have to dodge again. So 2 dodges at the start. So the other thing is I want to talk about are his stacks. So if you get hit directly by any of his skills, or if you get clipped by anything like this, I get clipped by, and you will get a stack. When this reaches 5 stacks, it will almost certainly kill your character or leave you in a very, very vulnerable state. Now, as you're fighting him, your main goal is to deal as much damage as possible and break his shield first. So you want to stay at his sides, and what helps a lot with this is if you summon your shadows, because your shadows will take threat from the boss. So do your best, get as much uptime as you can fighting the boss, doing break, damage, what have you, and just stay at his rear or his sides. Now, as for the first mechanic, he is going to have either close to no break left, or you've broken him and he's about to get up. So as you can see here, I break him, and after he gets up, he's going to start the mechanic. I don't know what prompts him to start it, whether it's HP or timer based, but the only indication I've had so far in doing these runs is when he's very close to the first break, he will be close to starting the first mechanic, which is where he puts the dome up and he starts roaring and meteors fall. So as you can see, once he gets up, he's going to start relatively quickly the first mech. He will start being invulnerable, so you can't hit him. I actually made a mistake in this one. I tried to dump my dance into him, and I didn't get all of it through, so just be aware of that. Now, before he enters this phase, what I like to do beforehand was to save my meter. As you can see, my meter is almost full for my ultimate. So when he jumps back from the invulnerability, he's going to do a meteor spell, depending on what tier you're in. But for the most part, once you're like in the higher tiers, he'll do this tracking meteor deal. So normally you have to run away to dodge it, but what you're going to want to do instead is use your ultimates. So you're going to chain your ultimate into quick time events, and you can iframe almost the entirety of it if you have all 3 of them. But as shown, I only have 2 characters that are doing it. So I'm starting off with Cha. I can hit him with the ultimate, and then once the ultimate finishes, I can QTE to enter, and this also provides another iframe. And once this iframe is done, she also has her ultimate, so you want to ultimate. So it's ultimate, QTE, ultimate. You can even start with the QTE into an ultimate, and so on and so forth. Just abuse the iframes that the game allows you to do. And if your animations aren't enough to finish the entire duration of the attack, as you can see, I still have a little bit of meteors falling. Just dodge and get out of the way so you don't get hit with them. Now, if you're in a high enough tier, he's going to lunge somewhere and then he's going to do another attack where he'll throw the meteors out. If you're in a lower tier, this is the one he starts off with. But this is the same thing. You can QTE to iframe the meteors and just keep dumping into them with whatever you can. And now he's going to start doing some of the very dangerous attacks. So this one in particular, the horn is going to go off and he's going to tilt his head back. And as soon as he does like any lunge like so, just hit your dodge button. And if you were building like I was recommending earlier, you should have a ultimate ready. So dodge once, and during the dodge iframe, you're going to want to start an ultimate. And you'll be able to iframe the attack for the most part. And you should have another dodge, assuming you didn't needlessly waste it. So once this ultimate is up, you will be able to dodge again out of your ultimate. So as you can see, I ate the first few bit of it with my ult on Emma, and then I dodged again. So once you dodge again, you'll be able to QTE again because you're still going to be in it. So the key is just not to spam all your dodges at once. It's to kind of space them out. And eventually you will get to his side. And effectively what you're doing here is you're just killing the time to where he's tracking you like hardcore to where you can actually dodge out. And you'll eventually end up at his side again and you'll be out of danger. Now, once you get over here, you're free to do whatever damage you want. If you have moves like the dancer, if you're using Cha, be careful not to dance in front of him because then you're just putting yourself in a bad spot. But for the most part, just get behind him and you'll be able to just dump into him while he's still doing the attack. This is a huge damage window once you get out of the danger zone in front of him. Now, the only other dangerous attack that he has is going to be like a fixed triple laser that he comes out. The horn will sound again. So as you can see here, he's going to do it. The horn will sound and it's very easy to dodge. You can just get to a side. This is also a great DPS window. Now, once you've dealt with all that troublesome stuff, he's going to do some regular attack patterns. It's going to be the same. So the general thing is just don't get hit directly by anything. And if you're in front of him and there's an attack that he's going to do, feel free to use an ultimate or a QTE to just iframe it and just keep dumping damage into him. As you can see, I'm running a little bit low on time, but I'm pretty well ahead at the moment. So just keep dodging, stay at his sides, and just deal as much damage as you can to him at this point. And he'll occasionally start doing the meteors again to where it leaves the red circles on the ground. You can, once again, just iframe these and just keep dumping and pumping and just kill him. So once you get there and he's about to die, just finish him off. But yeah, if there's any updated things for this when I reach tier 10, I'll definitely edit and make another short video about it. But that's all for this video. Hopefully it helps you guys. And don't forget to like and sub on your way out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.